All right, Popcats, episode 2. Welcome. Welcome to the party. I have a very special guest here tonight. B-Rad G, rapper, iron worker, teacher, prophet. B-Rad G himself. You all know and love him.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
With a fresh tattoo.
With a fresh tattoo. Go ahead and let's see that tattoo. Definitely wanted to talk about that. So, what is that?
He's a Digimon.
Digimon. What's the name of this Digimon?
Flame Ramon. B-Mon is his first stage.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. They did a really good job, man. That's great ink.
Thank you.
I love that. So I used to love Digimon growing up. One of the video games that I played a lot as a child is called Digimon World 2 or 3. Something is a PlayStation 1 game. You enter the game world.
Uh-huh.
You're training Digimon. You know, you get 3 of them.
Uh-huh.
Go around fighting bosses and stuff. It's like role-playing game mechanics.
Yeah.
You know, they all have stats and stuff. Really fun game. And it also had a really cool card mini game. Which is cool. You could collect cards, and it was like playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Or something, but with Digimon. They all had like health and like strengths and stuff. It was a very fun game. So I like Digimon. Question for you. Digimon or Pokemon?
I like them both. But yeah, I like Digimon better.
Right. Did you watch a cartoon?
They're just cooler looking. But in fact, you can't separate the two at a point. You could, but there came a point near right before Digimon stopped coming on the air.
Right.
That they gave like a bit of I'd say part of like their DNA to the Pokemon, and you can tell it by some of the new Pokemon. There's only a handful of them, but you can tell the difference of look, because Digimon look different than Pokemon, but there's certain new Pokemon that have that unique look to them.
Right. So they are very similar. One of the biggest differences is that the Digimon can speak English. Oh. They can actually speak language. Pokemon can't. They just say their name over and over.
Oh, I didn't even never.
Yeah, so maybe Digimon is more of an evolved form from Pokemon.
Yeah. Maybe that's why they were able to lend because they decided they wanted to lend their like DNA. The only way I can really ever thought of describing it is their DNA. And
right.
Yeah, and like it's well known that if you watch, certain of the Pokemon, you'll notice they look a whole lot different than other Pokemon from generations before.
Right. That is a super cool tattoo, though.
Oh, thank
you. Very cool about that.
Thank you.
So, just interesting thing from today. Anything interesting happen in your day? Something.
I need a cigarette.
You need a cigarette?
Yeah, it's hard not to be able to get a 15-minute break and smoke a cigarette.
Yeah, dude, I honestly can't stand that. As things get worse and worse in this world, that's one of it. Any weird events, anything stressful occur today? Anything new?
Boxes, I'm tired of all them builder boxes. They're huge too. It's like they became bigger this year than they did last year. It was just normal size, like grill boxes but this year they grew bigger. It's like they took some sort of, I don't know,
some box steroids.
Yeah, steroids.
BGH, box growth hormone. Well, look at it on the bright side though. Bigger boxes means a bigger opponent.
Oh, yeah.
A larger enemy to defeat, right?
So I take their stuffing out. I take the enemy's stuffing out.
Yeah, gut them.
I flatten them down.
Damn right. That's power.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no sense picking on smaller boxes, right? You
yeah.
can just crush them with your foot. But a bigger box takes more advanced tactics, more thinking, more strength. Right? You know, at the core, bigger box is meant to contain a larger force inside of it.
Yeah.
So they're more durable. Totally understand that. So something weird happened to me today. In preparation of seeing you tonight, I took a nap. About 3.5 hour nap. I slept like a baby. Very tired.
Did God tell you I shouldn't be? You said you shouldn't be drinking alcohol.
No. In fact, polar opposite. I open my front door and I see something weird in my yard.
Oh.
Okay, I go out there. Somebody had planted a tree in my front yard.
Oh.
And I don't know who. I don't know what time it happened, but he's got bricks laid out. He's got a fence pole painted white stuck beside it so you know where the
Really?
tree is.
Really?
But I have no idea who put it there.
That's your backyard. That's your backyard.
That's my front yard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We're not going to talk about my backyard. It's beyond the trash.
I think your backyard's cool looking.
Yeah, it's cool.
That sounded wrong.
My backyard is cool. It's
It reminds me.
grown too.
Reminds me of my yard growing up. With, my friend had it was my friend's yard. It reminds me of their yard. I don't know. He kept running through my mind last night, and I'm thinking, oh, this ain't right to like even think like. But let's say hypothetically that you know, so there's the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, but the Father, so they're separate and they're the one. Let's assume that God smoked cigarettes, right?
Right.
Let's just assume he smoked cigarettes. Let's say he smokes weed, and man, that's wrong. But if he would need a lighter, and I bet you that's his lighter. Wouldn't you think?
I think so. I mean,
It kept running through my mind, and I tried to I'm like,
no.
well.
First, obviously, God created tobacco and God created marijuana. These aren't artificial bad things. Like, and that's up to everybody's interpretation, of course. And I don't want to get offensive to anybody, but that would be create a being, a sentient being.
And you would think that would be something he would use, like, you
Yeah.
know, he wouldn't use as a regular lighter.
Doesn't need a lighter.
It's the flame of courage is what, in the egg that is I got a tattoo of the symbol that was on the egg, and it has the egg has a blade coming out of the top of it.
Okay.
Before you see, V-Mon.
Yeah.
That's what he's not in that egg. He's actually like, well, he's a part of the egg, but he's like up underneath it. You see that removing the egg, released to the egg is like part of the black digivice. But
Right.
anyways, and it's got his blade on the top of the egg.
Mm-hmm.
That's his head sticking out.
But that same blade's coming out of the egg.
Yeah, that
Right.
egg has to have that blade on it because that's his head. Like, he's actually inside that egg. They're like not met anybody yet, so they're probably like going through the stages before they, they're probably like just evolving over and over again inside of the
Right.
egg. Because the reason I think that is because of that blade on top of the egg, and because of the way it looks, it's got flames all on it too. It's cool looking, and a sun on the side of it.
I think that's a really good observation, honestly.
Yeah.
It's a good one. Okay, based off of this picture, what is your favorite Pink Floyd album?
Well, I feel like it's the one that I think my favorite one is with the light fracture through the prism.
Mm-hmm. Dark Side of the Moon?
Yeah, but the only one I'm really familiar with is The Wall, so I'd almost say The Wall, but
So
I've always thought that album was really cool too.
From right to left, we have Animals, which is my favorite. Animals is the best rock album in history. Love Pink Floyd's Animals. Then The Wall. Wish You Were Here is the redhead. Dark Side of the Moon in black. And the other two, I'm honestly not sure.
Oh. Which one is The Wall? I didn't know it even had a
The
cover to it.
brick wall. Yeah, the album is that same print. These are actually the album covers.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the album artwork painted on them.
Where's the brick wall?
The white?
Oh. Huh. That's funny because it seems I knew that because I've drawn. I'm a bit of an artist, so I drew one time. I spent the time locked up. That would make a good podcast right there. Oh man, was it one? It was this one time.
One time in band camp?
One time in band camp. But no, I remember they put me where I was acting so crazy. They put me where I don't even think I told you this. I never even told you.
You told me some.
But I didn't tell you I stayed in jail for like 21 days.
No.
I just told you. That's where I ended up at, and that's where I was high the whole time. I was still tripping, and that was when they let you smoke cigarettes, and people were
Smoke cigarettes in jail?
and they were smoking grass too.
In jail?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they would, and people would throw the lit cigarette underneath the door so you go back in real quick and hold the cigarette butt, but it'd still be lit, and you threw it underneath the door.
Why did they throw it under the door?
Oh, so they could light their cigarette. It wasn't even their turn to smoke. But they could smoke.
Eternal flame.
Yeah. When I smoked a cigarette, but it was the joint.
Mm-hmm.
It would hit me all over again, like I was, tripping on hallucinogenics, all over again.
Oh, yeah.
And
That's actually known. Grass is known to enhance any psychedelics that you're on, whether that's magic mushrooms or LSD, things like Jimson weed and Datura, salvia, any type of psychedelic drug. Marijuana makes it more psychedelic to get a better effect. It's weird.
well,
Nicotine has effects on it too.
no wonder I was like.
I feel like nicotine makes you more grounded.
Don't you know they ended up they took some people to this other place. It was like called aneurysm and annex.
Annex.
Yeah, and so they took some people. So I went there, and then I was still acting crazy. So they were like, okay, well you're going to go to the hole. That's what it was, the hole. So they called it Pod 5.
Pod 5, the hole.
Yeah.
All right.
And that's where I found a bit of a part of a piece of pencil, like the lead from a piece of pencil. So I started drawing on the wall, and on the wall, I drew a wall, like in between the walls. I drew, in between the bricks, so it made it look like there was another brick wall.
Yeah.
And I wrote, say no to say no to Pod 5. That's what they called it. They noticed and was like, get that off there. And I couldn't smoke cigarettes or anything. I was dying for a cigarette.
I can only imagine.
Man, I can't believe I went to... That stuff was, golly, Jimson weed.
Yeah. I've done a good bit of research on scopolamine. That's a deliriant. So when you think of all these kids nowadays overdosing on Benadryl for TikTok, I don't know if you know that happens.
Does it? Really?
Yeah. Dumbass kids. It's the same. That takes the same action on your brain. They're anti-cholinergic deliriants. So they make you delirious and confused for a very long. Jimson weed, Datura, scopolamine in general, those last a very, very long time. Days in fact. I read a...
it did. It was like 21 days.
Yeah.
So it had to be about 23 or 24. And
I read an experience report. It was from somebody else that was on the same stuff. He got arrested finally because his parents found him in the house, in the living room, crawling around on the living room floor, picking like little bits out of the carpet and eating them,
Huh.
and going crazy and talking to himself. And he went to jail, and while he was in jail, he got like people came in there to do things to him.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
He said it was nightmarish being in jail. He wasn't in there for 21 days. It was closer to 5, maybe a week,
Huh.
I think. But yeah, I
Can
mean,
you pull up the? You said you pull up, video from somebody else. Can you pull up pictures from? Because you can find the picture of the mugshot from that day, and pull it up and put it on the computer. I guess all you'd have to do is, well, I don't know what you type in, my name.
yeah. If they're still free and available,
That'd be funny because I've never seen that mugshot. My family has, and I think my friend did, but I never saw it. Oh,
yeah, the mugshot websites are often not one that old. I've got your age. I've got your address.
well,
I've got your relatives.
I've
Your
seen
previous
ones.
address.
Huh.
There's another one of you
Oh,
in Knoxville, Tennessee.
wow.
Another one in Texas. There's a lot of you, actually.
Huh.
Are you a clone? How do you know Marcus McGill?
Ain't he the lead singer to, he was in, that movie with, That's My Boy? What am I thinking of? Mark McGrath.
Mark McGrath.
Yeah. Oh, well. I just thought it'd be funny. I remember, what was it? There was that time, and then there was another time in 2012. I knew something like that had happened. It's not the same story, but it was in 2012, and I knew something like that was going to happen. That might still be there. I wonder what that looks like.
See, the thing about this, they always link you, they want you to pay to have information,
Uh,
which is pretty stupid.
we can drop it. It wasn't there.
Yeah. Not even worth
Made me
it.
sad because I was
Oh, I
crying
wanna
and
do
sad,
that.
and I looked like a little bitch. All I was doing was crying like a little bitch. Both times.
I've done it before too. Yeah.
When I was tripping, I can't even remember. There's parts of it I can remember, and then there's parts that are blacked out, and that's the part that.
I've got this cool salt you can put in here
Oh, really?
that we can try for our next beers.
Oh, okay. Hey.
Well, you want to kind of put it on the inside of the rim because when you put salt in beer, it makes it go flat. Just annoying.
Huh. Okay, yeah, like a margarita. That's why they do that to a margarita. Don't go, okay. Yeah, that's good. I like that flavor with the salt. I love some salt.
Yeah.
From why I got high blood pressure because I eat a lot of
I love salt too.
salt.
Do you ever crave sweet foods? Or you always just want something savory?
I used to like sweets, and I still do, but yeah, I used to crave them a little more, but I had to stop eating them because when it come time to be able to eat dessert, it was bedtime, and the sugar made you.
Made it harder to sleep?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm the same way. I used to love sweets. I grew up on Mountain Dew and honey buns and stuff like that. Now, you can't get me to eat chocolate or cookies or cake. God, every birthday cake I've had for the last 15 years, I eat one slice out of the whole cake. And that's just because I have to. I can't stand cake, cookies, donuts.
You said you didn't want it on there. Maybe one day you'll back off of it a little bit, but because I don't want you to drink yourself to death like my dad did. But
Now I'm sad.
I'm being hateful in the last week. I'm being hateful, but yeah, you still have a lot of life, and we won't talk about that, but
I do. It's funny, actually, you missed out on last week's podcast was truly groundbreaking. I talked with he's really seasoned in the field. Clinical psychologist. He's worked in rehabs. He's worked with ex-inmates, helping them get work,
Oh.
addiction counseling, how to get people clean. And these are alcoholics. These are people that use harder drugs. Where I'm going with that, I'm not entirely sure.
Well, I'm sorry I brought it up.
Oh, no need to apologize on Popcats.
Okay. Popcats. So we could talk about pop culture.
Good.
I was talking about when I hit this deer with my car. It was another car. So I'm driving down near my house. So what makes this about pop culture though is I'm driving down the road and I am like jamming out, dude, like, and listening to "Steal My Sunshine" by oh man, "Steal My Sunshine." You're stealing my sunshine. Who is that?
I'm gonna have to find that out.
And so, what was ironic though, is that was a nickname of my car too, Sunshine. So it was ironic. I was listening to pop music. I was telling Calvin about that the other day. I was jamming out to that song.
Speaking of sunshine,
pop culture.
I worked at Walmart for a brief amount of time. Okay, well, during that time, there was a girl with about my age. Her name was Rain. Friendly, all that. When a girl's friendly with you, your first thought is that, oh, she wants to fuck. So I took it upon myself. After my shift, I'd spoken to her. I went outside, and I'm standing outside of Walmart smoking a cigarette. I come back in the store, find her, and I shit you not. I tell this girl, I know your name's Rain, but would you like to be my sunshine? That was her reaction. She laughed right in my face. It was like, oh, smooth. That's smooth.
Yeah, but you gotta think of lines like that's what.
That was a good line. Hey, that was a good line for an 18-year-old boy. All right.
And the consensus is the world tells us that that's how we meet girls in bars, and that's how we. So we think of these lines.
That's right. Practice, and I know not to do that again. Have you ever had any Have you ever done any horrible pickup attempts?
Yeah, but he got close. She did.
His name's close. Oscar.
Okay.
He's right here.
I wasn't expecting to. I was hoping to.
So do you have any bad pickup attempts, Shirley?
Yeah, I got one. Even though I have no. Oh, he let me pet him for a second. Even though I have no dating life. What do they call it? What life? What do they call that? Sex life. Is that what the word I'm looking for?
Sex life is a word.
Okay. I buy groceries for Publix, and I always think about how, and feeling sorry for myself that I didn't have a woman, so I'm like, I'm going to stop feeling sorry for myself, I'm going to do something about it. So I remember this girl in the deli department, and I remember her saying, hey, so I'm like, well, I wonder if that means that she likes me, so.
Right.
So I think it might have been around Valentine's Day, which is around my birthday. And I'm like, okay, well, I just went and bought some flowers, like a whole bouquet, not just one little flower.
Right.
Which I wish now I would have just bought. Well, I wouldn't have done it at all, but I went over there, I ran over there. I'm like, I bought you some flowers. Or I'm like, ooh, I don't remember. I said, I wrote my number on the card, if you want to call me. And she just smiled and rolled her eyes at the same time. And I think when I walked away, she just threw the flowers in the garbage. And that was she never spoke to me. And
I hate that because that was a much better pickup line. Simple, straightforward. I wrote my number on the card if you want to call me. There's no cringe about that. Hell, you did a good job. Of course, you're going to win some, you're going to lose some, but women do love a man that's confident, that's not afraid to approach her, that's not afraid to speak to her. Making that attempt Just swallowing your heart, swallowing your stomach. Just do it. So what's, like they always say, what's the worst that can happen?
Oh, yeah.
They can say no.
Yeah. Huh.
You know? Either way, we're going to take a short break.
Okay.
We're at the 30-minute mark, so we're going to take us a quick break, and we'll be right back to it.
If people wondered what I was doing, I was playing with a kitty cat just now.
The kitty cat.
It's cute that he's...
All right, we're live.
All right.
Welcome to Popcats, episode 2. Glad to have you back.
Thank you. Glad to be back.
So we're going to start off with a musical number for you and for all our listeners.
Yeah.
To the tune of whoever wrote this song.
Okay.
All right. 1 and a 2 and a 3.
Woo! Thank you. Thank you.
You're what, 58 now?
No,
70?
I'm just old enough to buy alcohol, so I'm going to begin my drinking career now. Thank you.
Well, if you want some friendly advice, you should stay away from that stuff.
Well, I was
While
going to
you're
go for the
you're
hard
young,
stuff,
you have a whole life
know.
ahead of you.
No, I want to go hard and heavy until like 75. And
Good
then
luck.
settle down. I'll settle down
settle
around
down.
75, 76, calm down, maybe have some kids, get a wife.
Yeah, find a wife.
Yeah.
I mean, there's plenty of men getting married at that age, finding beautiful
Hey,
young brides.
You can have kids at 75.
That's true. Did you know that?
No.
A man, you can have children. A man can get someone pregnant until the day they die.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's right, Jack.
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Propagate the species, man. Just keep going.
That's right. That's right. And the man that lives the longest has the most kids.
Well, I mean, I think we're meant to be generational, right? So get a new wife every 20 years
Yeah.
and start over, you know? So you'll have
I
a
think that's how we're meant
20-year-old,
to do it.
then a 40-year-old, then a 60-year-old, and an 80-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
Be perfect.
But how old's the woman gonna be? Is it just gonna be a different woman
Every time a 20-year-old.
every time a 20-year-old?
Yeah, man, come on.
Yeah.
We're here to enjoy this life.
Well, if you start early, you could probably fit an extra generation in there.
That's what I'm screaming. Gotta have
15,
goals.
35, 55, 75, 95.
Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, I'll do it,
I'm-
Peter
I'm-
Rabbit.
Hey, I'm working on it, right?
That's right.
I can still spit out one more generation.
Me too. Unfortunately, you probably got 2 in you. You're a young
Well,
man.
I just got, it's all depends on Terry, so we'll see. Yeah. If she's willing and she says it's okay, then all right.
Maybe you'll end up with a daughter this time.
Oh, yeah.
You think? Can you
probably.
get
That would be my luck.
3 males in a row? You know how hard that is to do?
I'm 2 for 0 right now, so that's good.
2 for 0. Oh, we could set up a
I am
huge bet.
populating the South. Now
We could
you
start up a
have
huge
to have
bet.
2 males, and Connor has to have 2 males. That would be 4 more.
That's a militia.
You could take over the South.
We could.
Hungarians everywhere.
So how's your day been, man? How have you spent your birthday?
Very, very chill. Very chill. Walked the dog nice and early. Felt great.
It's funny when you're younger, when you're a kid and into your early 20s, all you want to do for your birthday is party. You want it to be big and crazy and lots of people and just go crazy. And then when you get older and you get into the flow of working full time for years, all you want for your birthday is just calm, not have to have any obligations for one day.
Yeah. vacation.
One day I don't need to go. I don't need to go to the store. I don't need to go to work. I've got dinner laid out. I can just spend my day however I want. Go out to eat at the most.
All right, that's what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
B-Rad. Don't be
Shouldn't we
sad.
all B-Rad from time to time?
They all be red.
Here you go. I gave you. This is a good flavor. I got you the peach too.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yep.
Appreciate
So that's
it.
good. You've had a chill birthday. My birthday was pretty chill too. I'm getting to that age where just having some calm in your life, is worth so much more than any gift.
Well, Terry hooked me up with really nice shirts.
I saw those.
And check this out, man. I don't know if you can see it. This crappy lighting.
You got a profile picture with your Tool shirt. Is that a dog
You
tag?
see this? Can you
Is that
see
a Tool
this?
dog tag?
It is.
Cool.
Is that not fucking awesome?
That's awesome. I was telling Bradley that me and you happen to be two of the biggest Tool fans currently in the southeastern United States. Eastern United States, sorry. Yeah, matter of fact, all three of us, we like all the same music. We've listened to all the same stuff.
Cool.
Yeah. Without a doubt, 90s grunge, alternative, everything that was going on in the 90s was, it's the best.
Yeah,
It's funny because when I was growing up, all I heard was Tool and Caius. You listen to Caius? Very good group.
Cool.
Dave Matthews. They listen to all that just good rock. When rock was good. When it was good. I hated that stuff. I hated that music, man. When I was younger, it was too much for me. It was too dark.
What did
When I was
you
a kid,
like?
when I was super young, I liked the
what
way
did you
Red
like?
Hot Chili Peppers sounded.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I liked Red Hot Chili Peppers. There's a
Well, they're awesome.
Pure Moods CD.
You remember that?
Yeah, remember Pure Moods?
You like Enigma, man. You should check out Enigma. They were on there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Enigma,
you heard Nick?
Tubular
the Catholic-
Bells.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Tubular Bells is on
like-
there.
Catholic pop.
Huh.
Very good stuff.
Hip hop.
Yeah. That was good stuff. B-Rad saw Fight Club for his first time, actually. What, last week?
Yeah.
What did you think of that?
That was a cool movie. It was like, it made you think about a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
He was like,
Get him closer to the mic.
better than nobody
All right, can you get
else.
closer to the mic, please?
He was like, nobody's better than nobody else.
Much better.
He was like, something or the other. That dude was losing his mind or something.
Yeah. So that movie, it's open to a lot of interpretation.
Kind of a little bit, yeah, that was cool, man.
That movie's the fucking
It was-
mantra of my life.
Yeah. Fight Club is, and there's like three ways you can interpret it. That like it's very leveled. There's a lot of layers to it. So a regular person, just regular corn syrup drinking, pumpkin spice latte consuming, Facebook loving individuals gonna see, it's just about people beating each other up and
Huh.
tearing down
Blowing
society.
shit up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's a
Another
lot
thing
more
is-
than that.
Based on if you're actually listening to the movie, just what they're saying.
Yeah.
You're paying attention to that, there's a lot to it.
It really was.
Basically, if you ask me, I think it's just, you could sum it up as anti-consumerism.
Anti-consumerism is 100%.
Well,
That's what it is. Mankind in the West is getting so weak and soy latte'd and sensitive. We've lost our manhood.
Yep.
Our fucking testosterone is gone.
Yep.
We're turning into a bunch of pussies. And that was very, very important in the 90s. They were recognizing that. Here we are, 20 fucking years later, 30 years later, same shit. It's very applicable to today.
yeah.
And even just on the surface level, fighting. fighting is, it's the core
You've never
because fighting
fought.
is one of the most,
You gotta fight.
it's a foundational thing of manhood.
Huh.
You know, fighting violence is what men are for, of every species of animal. The men, or mammal at least, the men they protect the women and they fight each other. You know, and if you're not willing to fight,
Your truck,
you just want to sit on your ass, basically.
Yeah.
Which is, it's very
your
tempting.
TV,
You know, that's what the system was designed to do. Distract you with shit that keeps you
Your video
boxed up in your
game.
little thing so that all you do in your life is go to work, pay taxes, you help run the machine until you die. And then you produce another generation of kids, which is why they introduce destructive shit like drugs that make you stupid and smartphones that make you stupid and focused on things that aren't important. You creating just more and more placid, complacent,
idiots.
purposeless people.
That's what Fight Club's talking about.
Yeah.
It's talking about how weak we become in this society as men. You don't know yourself if you've never been in a fight, man. You just don't fucking know yourself.
Because you're a different person.
You don't know how you're going to respond when that fear is real. When you're dealing with physical violence. When you think maybe this motherfucker might kill me.
And that's only part of it. That movie is that's necessary. People should fight. People should know their capabilities.
Well, that was, if you look at it, basically what that part of the movie was really doing was showing you that you needed to break down the man that is now the Western man has to be deprogrammed. That you remember he moves into that old house with no TV, no radio, no power, nothing, right?
Yeah.
And he's living in this squalor, and the purpose of that is to break him down from his possessions. I am not my couch. I am not my TV. I'm more than that. Now the question is, what am I? Right? So then he finds himself. What is he? He's a terrorist. He's an anti-consumerist terrorist. He wants to take down the system, eliminate debt, and free mankind from the slavery of debt. That's what it's about. It's fucking awesome. It's brilliant.
That film is one of the necessary movies. And it's funny because every time I've showed a woman Fight Club, she thinks it's boring or weird.
What's a good movie?
Because it's not meant to connect to a woman at that kind of level.
No, it's really not. No, you're right. It's not.
Women don't
It's a
need to be told
masculine
to
film.
tear down society and fight, because that's not what they're meant to do. That's absolutely just a necessary film because it has really important things to say that apply 100% to what's going on right now. You know, it's speaking about society. Now, movie's how many years old? It's like 20 years old.
97, 96.
26, 27 years old.
Oh.
And that's funny. There's a lot of films and music that predicts how things are right now.
They saw it. The artists of the 90s could see the future.
Yeah.
It was easy to see. Corporate control of everything.
Do you think that's just history repeating itself over and over? Like it was the same in all the... Yeah. Same
it's just because mankind's never changed. We have not evolved at all. We just have new toys. New distractions.
That's right.
Same shit, different day.
And they tell you when the end times are coming, the book tells you when the end times are really coming, you know. It's when some of the crazy debauchery that we're seeing right now, that it was prevalent then as it is right now, you know.
They were very violent too.
Didn't trust each other. You know, and that's
the streets of Rome were violent.
Yeah.
People don't think about that part. They think about, the violence was in the Colosseum. No, it was on the streets. There was a lot of crime, a lot of organized crime.
And that society's breaking down. The same things happen. No matter what that civilization
Do you
looks
know
like.
what took down Rome in the end, really? What broke her?
What?
2 things. War and mass migration. That's the two things that destroyed Rome.
Have you noticed, Bradley? Now we're getting into politics now. Have you noticed all of the predominantly white Western, what we call Western society, is experiencing large-scale migration? Yeah. With the United States, it's mostly South American. All the Mexican immigrants, all Venezuela, Colombia, Ecuador, Cuba, etc. They're coming here. And that was organized. For them to be coming here. The same with most of Europe, France, Germany, the United Kingdom. They are absolutely flooded with Middle Eastern and African immigrants. Flooded. People are like, it's bad. And that's probably what's coming this way. Because look, groups that are from different countries, from different cultures, don't agree with each other. They don't have the same beliefs. And that doesn't change when you put them all in the same box.
Yeah.
So when you put that all together, they're going to fight.
Yeah.
Conflict. Because we don't like each other. That's what the whole racism thing is about. Because that's what keeps a country together. Like Japan and China, they don't fucking let in immigrants.
Really?
For a reason. Because
They control
their culture. Huh?
They control them.
Yep.
Wow.
They don't need to. They got fucking 1.8 billion people.
Yeah.
Wow. Huh.
They're good.
I think they exclusively do it from countries that the people, you know what race they are just by looking at them. And I think that they did studies on that shit, how that, you know, if you migrated a ton of Europeans here, it wouldn't be the same thing, right? Because we all look the same. If you send a whole bunch of Nigerians to Egypt or something, South Africa, whatever. Yeah. I'm missing all my African countries right now. They're not going to fight amongst each other. You send a shit ton of Koreans to Japan, you know, because they all kind of look the same. So they cross the colors on purpose because it's the easiest to see, and it's the easiest to point a finger at a they.
Wow.
You know, so the black people are pointing at the white people. They are oppressing us. They racist. They don't like us. And then white people are pointing the fingers at black people. They criminals. They want to take my daughter.
Yeah.
You know, and so on. So it's very easy.
Well, you can really look at that and just say all that is one of the old instincts of mankind, and it's tribalism.
Correct.
Everybody wants to be in a club. Everybody wants to be a part of something. A religion, a race group, a politic, ideology, whatever. Everybody just needs everybody's seeking an identity. So they do that and they join these clubs, whatever it is, you know, whether it's a religion or whatever. So, you know, it's the same thing with your race groups, you know, but,
religion, that's a big one. That's the biggest one.
Yeah.
Hell, that might be what it's all about.
Race is big. You got to look at like back in the day, back in like, you know, 1500 BC, 2000 BC, the Egyptians, which were the Arab type race, Middle Eastern race, were in constant conflict with the Sudanese in the Southern Nile, which were black.
Right.
And that was a successful kingdoms and civilization that was in South Sudan. You know, not maybe as equal as Egypt, but it was strong enough to keep Egypt from conquering it. And, you know, so all the way back then, racism between the racial groups, you know. When we encountered the Cro-Magnons in Europe, same damn thing, you know. We're like, oh, it's different. Kill.
Yeah.
So, here's a theory. Just thought of it. Might be stupid. Do you think the power dynamics, the big struggle of this planet, is the Muslims versus the Jews versus the Christians?
No,
No.
you're forgetting about China. There's another god out there that's being worshipped. It's called the state. That's the god of China, and that's a very powerful country. So
Yeah.
you got to remember that they're on the world stage, and they want what they want, and they're trying to get what they want too. We're trying to get what we want. They're trying to get what they want, and in between is the Middle East, Africa, South America.
Everything you see on the news, all the politics that people are talking about, that's just it's side effects
Propaganda.
of the big fight. You know, it's like a video game. You know, we're on a quest for world domination.
And there's Russia. You can't forget Russia. That's your three major powers on Earth right now: Russia, China, and the West, which would be NATO. You just call it NATO at this point. So NATO, Russia, China, India could be if they wanted. They've got over 1 billion people. They've got nukes, and they've got a really good strategic location. But their army is not considered up to par. So, and you got to remember their closest adversary is China. So, the comparison technologically, I mean, let me look it up. I'm going to Google it. It is ranked 4 out of 145. Okay, so, all right, maybe I'm a dumbass about India.
They're up there.
All right, they're a top 5 power. They're ranked 4. All right, so they have available manpower 653 million people. That's how many people they could draft. Their population is 1.3 billion. They could draft an army twice as large as the population of America.
It's a lot of bodies.
Active personnel, 1.4 million. So, like, okay, the United States shrank down to about 550,000 active after basically when Biden took over. So, with that shrink down, we're no longer like a major ground military power. Not right now. We're not. We'd have to build a bunch of tanks and train a bunch of guys because right now we just don't have it, you know?
Right.
And we're exhausted from 20 fucking 3 years of war, 20 years of war, you know? So they got the Air Force is only 300,000. So that's kind of small. It's small Navy too. That's a big thing about America is the Navy, man. That's what makes us mighty. Beside nukes, you know.
Do you only say that because you were in the Navy?
No, aircraft carriers, man. You can project a hell of a lot of power with an aircraft carrier. And nuclear subs. That combination, you could drop a shit ton of firepower on a location really hard, really fast. What could they do in response? Launch air attack at you. A carrier group's going to be able to fight that off typically, unless maybe if you're fighting China and they launch like 5,000 fucking bombers at the carrier group, you know, and it's like impossible to defend it, and they're all gone, everybody dead. I want to see what it says about China. China's army is 2.5 million active, 400,000 Air Force, and roughly 300,000 Navy. I don't think that Navy might be low. That might be a low figure. What's the date on this? That's 2023. Okay. 2.5 million that's the largest land army on Earth.
Yeah.
By far.
A lot.
By far.
It is a lot of people.
Oh, we would 100% rely on NATO.
We can't fight China, man. We can't fight China.
It would be the end of the world. I mean,
it would. It'd be the apocalypse.
China and the United States would be completely leveled. There would be people. So what?
Everywhere.
So the end of the world happens, and who do we have left? Who stays out of it? Africa and South America?
Yeah.
The whole all of
Eurasia
and North America are just completely like Fallout level scorched earth.
Yep, basically North America and Eurasia be gone.
Yep. Well, here's your chance. Get a ticket to Mexico, man. Let's go to Margaritaville.
Okay.
Yeah, what are you guys gonna do? How old are you, B-Rad?
44 next year.
44?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're an old fuck.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Well, what the hell are you doing, B-Rad?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. So what are you doing, man? The end of the world might be happening. I mean, what you gonna do about it?
What's your first action?
Where you going, man? Where you gonna run?
Cell phones. Your cell phone goes off, and it's like, all right, presidential emergency. Get to your homes. There's a nuclear strike coming.
Man,
All right, what's your action? To the mic. First action.
I don't know. I don't even know. Like, I don't know. I don't truly know.
First thing that comes to your mind, your impulse. Come on, you're gonna do something. Are you gonna just?
He's gonna
squat
fucking
on the ground
find
and cover
you.
your head? You're gonna do something.
He's gonna find you.
Huh.
You gonna find me?
No. I don't know what I'd do.
Fuck me. All right. It's okay, as I'm a survivor.
B-Rad is a dead motherfucker.
Well, here's my plan. I'm getting my bug out bag. Fuck, your
If
best
I
chance
was you,
though, is-
I would stay put.
Here, I'm pretty, dude. We're close to like.
Yeah,
Kiwi,
but
man.
I mean, from my position, I'd be trying to get south. But my immediate response is to get my bug out bag, my shit, get in the woods, disappear.
Yeah.
I got my maps and shit, so I'll go north into the forest, go west into New York State, all the way the fuck across the state towards the water and the mountains, and then start following the mountain chain down.
Yeah.
Find the Appalachian Trail, start hiking.
Be the
Take a
safest
couple
way.
months to get down there.
Does the foothills connect to Appalachian? Where does it branch down here? Where's
For
the
you?
closest access?
You would connect to the Foothills Trail,
Yeah.
and it will take you over towards Georgia, and then you would connect there.
Huh. Wow.
It's the smartest thing to do, man.
That's where it would lead to.
Yeah.
Huh.
Get to the woods. Get the fuck
From
away
your
from everybody
position,
else.
it's probably about a 50-mile hike
Yeah.
to the trail. But it'd be all ridge walking, most of it.
Yeah. About a week to get to Appalachian.
Wow.
You're just going north.
Huh.
We'll meet up.
See, you're going north. I'm going south. Where the fuck are we going? Maybe the best thing to do would be to go. Everybody just go north into fucking Canada and try to survive around Nova Scotia or some shit. Maybe it won't be too bad out there.
Huh.
The winters will be a bitch though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's hardcore, man. I've seen that on TV before.
What?
They like battled Nova Scotia, like it's like 102 degrees below Fahrenheit, right?
Yeah.
And they're out there, trying to survive and stuff. It's
Right.
like wind and rain and stuff, and snow is flying everywhere.
Be hellish. Oh man, if it happened in the winter, oh
We
god.
could do it.
Could do it. I mean, we're meant to survive.
Yeah.
For sure.
Number one thing in the bug out bag has to be the ability to make fire, and you want to have as many abilities to make fire as possible.
Yeah.
So for me, I've got blow torches, I've got the flint sticks, I've got the magnesium sticks, I've got fucking cotton balls, I've got lint bags. Bag
I've
of
got
lint,
some
man. You
flares
take
right
your
now.
dryer lint. Take your dryer lint and throw it in the save that shit and put it in Ziploc bags. That is the best tinder you'll ever fucking find.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Lint
That
is
shit
awful.
lights up like a motherfucker, man.
Huh. Okay.
Second, I think a life straw. A life straw is extremely important. I need to get one. They're like $20.
I got 2 of them.
Need a life straw.
Yeah.
Fire, water. Those number one. Then clothes.
Stay dry. So poncho, tent, small tent. I got a small 1-person tent, poncho, Small tarp, real small, big enough to cover the tent and kind of give you a good dry space while you sleep.
Yeah.
You can pack all that shit real small. You want to have one of the life bags too, the sleeping bags.
Mm-hmm.
Those bags are fucking critical, man, because they're super small to pack. Right, it's a really small thing to keep in your bag,
Yeah.
and that shit will keep you warm in fucking freezing conditions. If you're screwed and you're stuck out in the open, right, and you're just fucked, you're stuck out in the open. You get in that damn bag and snuggle the fuck up, and you will survive. You will stay warm.
Oh. Well, should invest in one of them.
Definitely should.
One. I have some stuff.
Yep, that's a great item to have. Solar crank emergency radio. They're small.
Yes. Those are $20
Very useful.
too.
I got one of them.
Super cheap.
I want one of those too, for sure.
That's a good item to have in your bag.
Those ones we sell, they have a little alarm, a loud ass alarm, radio, flashlight. It's all cranked.
And you wind that sucker like a like you're breaking up.
A trenching tool. That's useful.
Trenching
a
tool,
small
like
trenching tool.
Like a folding shovel.
Yeah, something small.
We sell those like the military shovels.
Oh.
Those are useful.
Wow.
You'd want, if you want to have something blunt to use as a hammer. I've got a small hatchet. I've got a machete. I've got a standard 6-inch blade, a fixed blade.
Mm-hmm.
Then I have a kitchen knife that's fucking razor sharp, but it's a It's a folding kitchen knife.
Oh, that's cool.
And also just a standard in my pocket. Where this son of a bitch is hiding? This guy. Oh shit!
Uh-oh.
I'm back.
Technical error there, everybody. Sorry to the viewers.
This fella right here.
Nice.
Huh.
This is the close encounter. What the fuck? It's also at the bottom. It's got the glass breaker, or a skull cracker if you need to, and it's got the seatbelt cutter.
Well,
I've got a really nice. It's actually a Gerber. It's a fixed blade.
This is mossy oak.
Cool. Stop it, shithead. Everybody say to the original Popcat.
That's the mascot,
Oscar.
I guess.
Popcat mascot. He's so fat he can't even breathe. Oh my God. Baby.
Okay.
The OG.
Silverchair was their name, wasn't it?
Silverchair?
Oh yeah.
Did what?
I don't know. Was that,
What did Silverchair?
I was trying to think of the name of a band all day, but that wasn't it.
Pop Evil?
They're pretty good. Yeah. I still can't think of the name of the band. That ain't right. Was it Silverchair? No.
I'm not sure. Because I don't know what you're trying to say.
A band? Silverchair the band?
Silverchair is a band.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just don't.
What is that song? I want to be a fat boy. Wait till tomorrow.
Say fat boy? I always thought he said black boy.
You're gonna be away from boy. Yeah. That's Silverchair.
That's Silverchair?
That's 90s. That's like early 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to love that song.
That still plays
Or
on
maybe that was
93.3.
more like not late 90s. Shit, man. When I came back from the Navy, I was really surprised that there was a 93.3 Planet up here. Because when I left, all they had was Rock 101. And there was no grunge or nothing like that.
Yeah.
But then when I came back, the Planet had started, and they were playing fucking the grunge, man. Not Tool, but they played Alice in Chains and all that other shit.
Yeah.
I love that station, and I know it's because the really, really fat guy, Nine, he loves his stoner music, so he'll always play Sublime Beastie Boys. Fucking who else? I don't feel like it really has much of a place on that station.
Dude, I met all them.
Gorillas.
Man.
They play Gorillas.
Yeah.
I met all them. They came to they did a broadcast twice at Applebee's when I was managing there.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
They were in nine was helping run food. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. We put him to work.
Hell yeah.
He's a big boy.
He's a damn stoner too. He's a massive stoner. He always alludes to it on the radio station.
We cooked them up some food, and they sat there and did a broadcast right there inside the restaurant.
Yeah.
Cool.
Met Kimberly. Ow. All of them.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That was back in 2011.
Right here. Applebee's.
Oh, yeah.
Remember Fats when it was still there?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh, did you know Fats closed down a while ago?
Yeah, I did.
Sad.
I seen that when I came down there.
Crazy.
Sorry, we're having technical difficulties or something.
Having Popcat difficulty. Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
All right, man. I think we're going to take us a studio break. We're at the 46-minute mark.
Word up.
Word up. It's good to have you on my show, sir.
Yeah. Am I leaving?
Are you leaving? Or you want to come? No, you want to come back for another 30?
Smoke a cigarette right here.
I don't care.
Yeah, we'll do another 30 because I'm doing 4 30s.
Okay.
So this is the second one.
Okay.
Yeah. File sizes are big, man. Our podcast that me and you did, dude. So it's 1.2 gigabytes for each. So it's like 2.5 gigabyte project.
You're gonna need external hard drives.
No, I got the space on the computer right now because it's empty and it's got 512 gigabytes. It's like 490 after all the
stuff. Dude, seriously, once you get into you've got 20, 30 episodes, that's
I'm gonna have to put it on because I can't get rid of the file.
Terabytes and terabytes of fucking data.
Yeah. So a friend of mine at work, he said, he doesn't study on it much, but he said most podcasts fail after 3, and even more don't make it to 20. So he's saying all right, 3 is your first milestone, and you're gonna get into the swing of things, and then 20 is what you want to go to, and then you want to keep going, and then after 20, it's probably gonna be something you're bugging the shit out of everybody to do constantly. No, we got to do it. I want to do it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to be dedicated after that.
Yeah. So 3 then 20. And these talks, dude, they go by so fast.
They do. They do.
When you're just having a conversation, making a video, that boom, boom, boom. Our first one was lightning quick.
Yeah, it was.
That was
holy shit. It was. I felt like I couldn't cover
sessions.
Anything that I wanted to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, fuck. I don't. There was so much I wanted to say, and it went by bam, bam.
I'm just listening to you, and I'm like, all right, dude.
What you got to do, what you got to think about, dude, you can stop recording and go to break.
Yeah. In recording.